Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here on a beautiful Saturday Father's Day weekend. I got something here on my mind. Yesterday, I know I talked about, just wasn't happy. I'm still feeling that way. I guess it's, I'm going through some stuff. I don't want to admit it. Maybe it's middle age. Maybe it's not. I'm going through a little bit of a midlife crisis. I will say that. I'll admit to it. I didn't want to admit to it yesterday because I was frustrated about something else. But honestly, this is what I call my Father's Day wish. My Father's Day wish is for black fathers. This is for black fathers, though. For black fathers to be able to be more, how can I put it? For black fathers to not have to worry about the children being harassed, not only by cops, but by others. And others, I mean other blacks. Because yes, you have some that will do it. Some of us will do it to our own people too. My Father's Day wish is for fathers to be able to spend more time with their kids. Know their kids. Love and cherish their children. We got a lot of fathers out here that don't do that. Many of them. What are y'all doing out here? They don't do that anymore. Oh man, I just forgot I need to go to the market. But you got some that don't appreciate. I'll give you an example. I watched Iyanla Fix My Life about a couple of years ago. It was one about, I've been 2, maybe 3 years ago. It was one about DMX. And DMX was in bad shape at the time. And they brought in one of his children. His oldest son was like 20 years old, 21. Very talented young man. Very well-spoken young man. And DMX act like he didn't want to give him the time of day, man. It probably was one of the most heartbreaking moments I've ever seen between a black man, and his son. That was so heartbreaking. That broke my heart. It breaks my heart now thinking about that. That's how sad that was. It was very, very sad, man. And X was just like, he just, I don't know. He was just in his feelings. And could have cared less about his son at the time. I don't know about now what the relationship is now, but at the time, I'm going to tell you, with tears in my eyes right now thinking about it, it was so heartbreaking. I kind of been down that path before with my own father. I don't know. All I know is that as fathers, we have to build our children. When I mean build our children, I mean build them up to be the strong, young black men and women they need to be today in today's society, man. Because I'm going to tell you, this society today, the way this election is going, the way racism is in this country anymore, man, it's fucking scary. It's absolutely, it's terrifying. My son had been out of school, this year will be, believe it or not, be 2 years. And he'll be 24 soon. And it still terrifies me that he actually that he's out on his own. Knowing he's been out on his own for a while, he really been out on his own for the last 6 years since he was 17, really. Fresh out of high school. Or I take that back, 18, I'm sorry. Because 18 was actually when he went to college. And it still scares me because the fact, even though I know he's well adjusted, he's on his own, he's doing his thing, handling his business, it's still a scary thought that, at any time he could be harassed just because of the color of his skin. Or he could be harassed doing just his normal everyday thing that everybody else do. Going to work, coming home. Because a cop just want to be stupid as fuck. Or somebody just want to harass him just for the hell of it. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? As adults, as fathers, we still have concern for our children. We do show a strong face when we're around them, but I'm gonna be honest with you, some of us, well, I think many of us still have concern about our kids, even when they're adults. I know I do. I know my dad did with me. But I told somebody when I told my son, if you don't want better for your children than you want for yourself, and if you don't even strive better for your children than you do for yourself, or attempt to strive for the betterment of your children than you do for yourself, something's wrong. DMX, I know, had issues. But at some point, you have, I don't know if you ever did or not, but at some point, you have to have the strength as a man to bring yourself up out of that mess so you can show your children and build character of your children the strength that they need. That's why I'm so glad that I did that with my child. We may not always see eye to eye on everything, but when it come right down to it, you have to build. There is something called character building, strength building for yourself. You need to know how to survive out here. Like I said, I can honestly say 6 years he's done a pretty good job. So far. And it's just, I just couldn't see myself being the kind of man that X was to his son at the time. Because he just dogged that kid, man. On TV. I was like, it was just sad. It was very sad. It was just so, wow. But thinking about it right now, it was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen on top, ever, to this day. So, just thought I'd put it out there because it was sad. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it right now. It's DJ Wolf. Talk to you guys later.